Hello Capricorn, welcome to this reading. We are going to be taking a look at the energies and predictions for the sign of Capricorn for the rest of November. Now do keep in mind that this is a general reading, so take the messages as they resonate, drop the ones that do not, and feel free to check out your sun, moon, and rising signs. All right, Capricorn, let's go ahead and get into this reading here for you, where we will be taking a look at this mid-November update for you. Of course, the timeline on this reading will be from now until the end of the month. And I do hope November has been treating you well so far. Things are going good for you. With that said, we'll go ahead and get all of the cards out here, get everything set up and in view, and then we'll get right into it for you. Okay. Perfect. I think this is looking just about good enough to me. Energy on the bottom. You have the Ace of Cups. Wow, Capricorn, like this for you. So some of you may be feeling really inspired is what I'm getting here. I usually don't get that with the Ace of Cups, but I'm thinking some of you are feeling really inspired. Some of you are feeling really excited. The Ace of Cups, it represents usually a happy new beginning in one's life. It can signify the start of a relationship. You can see the hand of the universe here offering up this like cup of love, cup of joy, cup of happiness, the cup is overflowing, right? And, the overflowing cup symbolism in tarot is usually a good sign of happiness for oneself. So for you here, you may be getting a new start. The thing is that, Capricorn, I know many of you don't come here for love, but it does seem like there is a love timeline that is showing up in the reading. I'm going to also get career messages as well, because I know most of you come here for that. Okay, but some of you may be starting a new relationship, actually. What's interesting is that there's also separation here. There's also separation here. As I look at the cards. And we'll try to get a story on what that might mean here as we go along. We'll try to get the facts on what that might be here as we go along. But right away in the middle, you have the Page of Wands, and this is usually an offer in job. Okay, and this is why I think that some of you here could be accepting a new role somewhere, as well as you have this Page of Wands. This person is sort of an adventurer. This person loves to, do exciting things in life. This is a card of excitement. That is the Page of Wands. And generally, this is a good sign for exciting communication in one's life. Offers, opportunities, these sorts of things can show up here. And I love that you have the Ace of Cups with it on the bottom. To me, this indicates that you are setting off on a new path here that could make you pretty happy. The love timeline is really tripping me up here because some of you have unfinished business to wrap up. Is that right? Am I right about that? Because this is what I'm feeling. Some of you have unfinished business to wrap up. And it's almost like there's a story here where there's someone new. And I guess you also have a previous relationship here that is sort of like not completely squared away. This previous relationship is not completely squared away. And I get a sense that you're really excited about a person you've met. But we're going to get more details on this here. But yeah, there's something else going on with this old timeline that you have here. Okay? I almost get a sense that some of you want to be done with it. In the first, that is the old relationship. In the first column here, you have the Lovers, the Hanged Man, and the High Priestess. So the Lovers is, it's a significant relationship in your life. It can also be about an important choice to make in life. And it can talk about levels of commitment that you may make to a person or to something in your life as well, right? Whether this is a job or a family or whatever the case may be, really committing yourself to that can show up here with the Lover's card. And I would also say here, as you have this Hanged Man, actually all three of these cards here are major arcanas, right? All three of these cards are major arcanas, and this may indicate that it's speaking to some significant major life event or theme that's going on for you right now. And with the Hanged Man here, this is I almost get a sense that some of you are in like wait and see. I'm also getting the word alimony. Okay, I'm getting the word alimony in my mind. I don't know what that means. Some of you I've never had to deal with alimony myself, so some of you may be like actually having to deal with that, but yeah. Some of you may be having to deal with that. There's something here that you have to wrap up. Okay, there's something here that you have to wrap up with this relationship, and I have a sense that it's over already. But it can't be. The door can't be completely shut right now. You or the other person have another. There's another character involved here. Okay, and yeah, this could also be that there's another character involved, meaning there's another person in the picture that you're interested in dating. But it could also mean that you're excited about the next chapter as well. Like there's excitement around something new connected to your love life. Could this mean, if we extrapolate out, could this mean that could this also mean that you are excited about being single for the first time? Or could this mean that you're excited about having free time if there's not another person involved? Like you're just excited, like having your own time. Maybe your kids are off to college or, whatever, right? Like something like this might be going on for you here in relationships. Now, in the work timeline, you have been in a period of stagnation, okay, here for a while with the Hanged Man. Okay, you've been stagnant at work. And it has not been, your current situation has not offered you an opportunity to grow as a person, okay, with the Hanged Man. And you here have an important choice to make. There's an offer on the table somewhere, okay? The High Priestess is a keeper of hidden knowledge. In other words, this card can be indicating information that is not exactly out in the open, right? This is intuitive information, the High Priestess. This is information that comes via intuition or even metaphysical practices, okay? As you see, the scroll here is an anagram for the Torah or the tarot, okay? So this can also be associated with divination tools, such as tarot cards, as, astrology, a pendulum, right? Numerology, these sorts of things, right? Information that comes from those sources as opposed to, a textbook, right? And as I look at this here, how does this connect to your career? Well, there's something that's hidden, okay? There's something that you don't exactly see, all right? And there is an opportunity here, very clearly, but there's a little bit of information that needs to come to the surface, okay? Now, in the middle column here, you have the Three of Swords, the Page of Wands, and the Seven of Wands. So that Three of Swords is what really has been tripping me up this entire time because, this represents separation, but I think I got it, right? I think I got it, which is you're wrapping up some old love timeline here. And the separation, I think, if this is your reading, it's already happened. Like, you're not contemplating this. This has already happened. If this hasn't already happened, then your love messages are probably not coming from here, okay? You're probably in a different situation love-wise, and you have some career messages that will come forward for you in this reading. But I'm specifically for the people here for love. I'm talking to people who have already separated, but you want the door to be closed, but you can't close it yet, okay? Um, there's something that is unfinished here. And you want it to be closed because there's also a really exciting venture opportunity or something in your future here that looks very, very fun and exciting for you. Whether this is another person or this is something else, like such as like having, time and space to do exactly what you want every day, something like this here. And by the way, I think also some of you are needing to fight for something in this area, by the way, as you have the Seven of Wands. The Seven of Wands person here is standing their ground. They're standing up for themselves. They're fighting for something here. You can see they're defending their position on the hill. Some of you here are fighting for something in this area, okay, as it connects to your relationship or even maybe your career. But definitely this card can indicate resistance. I'm curious to see what comes in to clarify, but I do see a new path here for you. If you are I'm hoping that this is easy to follow. I know like sometimes like I hop between the two different timelines, the love, the career, but I'm going to hop to the career. And, I would say that like if you are really in a career situation where it's just flat lines, it's just flat lines. There's an absolutely beautiful opportunity here in the future for you, okay? But you're going to have to fight for this with the Seven of Wands. Like, this is available. The cards are saying that a new opportunity is available, but it's not going to show up on your front door, okay? Like, yeah, so let me try to break down what that means here. Let's get to this final column because this is good stuff. You have the Star, the Hierophant, and the Nine of Cups. The Star and the Nine of Cups, these are wish fulfillment cards. Okay, this could say your wish or your dream is finally being fulfilled in life, And this is these cards are very, very positive in the tarot. Some of you here have had a wish, goal, dream, or vision that wants to return home to you in the future. To get both of these cards together in a column is significant. Okay, it's significant. It's showing up in the future for you here. What dream have you had? I know you've had some dream. Okay, like I know there's something that you've had here. What have you been able to see in your mind? Okay. Because I know, Capricorn, that you've been able to see some version of yourself doing something that you've wanted to do. Like, I know that you have a vision of that in your mind. What is that? Because with the Nine of Cups and the Star, that is essentially that vision for yourself becoming reality. Literally. And, it's available to you here. So I think whether you're here in love or you're here for career or otherwise, like there's going to be a little bit of resistance here. There's something that needs to be closed up, okay, or wrapped up or closed up here. There's an important choice to make, but if you can get through this, right, there's something beautiful here on the horizon for you. And I think that you have already seen this outcome for yourself anyway, is what I'm trying to say. Like, next you have the Hierophant, which is a card of marriage, okay? It is a card of marriage. It is a card of organizations that you belong to, elders in your life, tradition. And let's go ahead and move to the clarifications portion of this reading, and let's see exactly what is going on here to clarify this reading. All right, I'm going to start off by pulling some oracle cards for you, and then I'll also pull some tarot cards for you here, Capricorn. Okay. Cool. Energy on the bottom, you have Mother Earth, feel loved and comforted. Feel loved and comforted. Don't second guess your choice, Capricorn, as you make a very, very important choice here with the Lovers. Take a look at these three cards. You have Stargazer, set your sights higher. You have Summer, bask in joy and light, as well as Mirror Guardian, take time to reflect. All right, this may have heated up for you over the summer. I'm going to say like May through September, in that period of time. And I think as I look at this Stargazer, with the idea of the Star and the Nine of Cups, Like you can see it, you know, you can see you have some, even as you look at this here, the mirror guardians like peering into the universe, like you can kind of see where you'll be already, you know, and you have this vision for yourself. I think it could really become reality. You have air guardian, shift your perception, hermit, retreat, and recharge. And then you also here have star ancestor, once again, amazing. Follow the voice of your soul, as well as water guardian, connect with your emotions. Yeah, star ancestor and stargazer here, pretty big oracle cards for you, you know, as you pulled the star and the 9 of cups. So let's go ahead and let's take a look at clarifying this even further here. We're going to go ahead and pull some oracle cards for you. Sorry, tarot cards for you. And yeah, with that said, Capricorn, do appreciate you being here. Thank you so much for spending your time with me. Do hope things are going well for you. All right. And you have the Queen of Cups, you have the Emperor, and you have the Knight of Wands. Queen of Cups, Emperor, Knight of Wands. Okay, so yeah, this is another really strong confirmation here. I'm talking to some very spiritual Capricorns, okay? Whether this is your sun, your moon, your rising, like, as I look at this Queen of Cups, you know, this is somebody you can see just about in every version of the card. They're holding the cup in their hand and they're sort of peering into it. This could be like somebody who's psychic, you know, psychically looking into the cup. This could be somebody who is really in tune with their dream world. You know, this is somebody who has like a really deep intuition in life. And then you have that here as well with the High Priestess, the 9 of Cups, right? And the Star. Like you have a vision for yourself. And then also when I was looking at the High Priestess, like I had not brought in that example of the anagram here on the scroll in a while, you know, in my readings. And you're the first person I brought that in for a while. It's been like, yeah, a couple months at least since I brought that example in. Yeah, I just get a sense here that there's some choice that you have to make, and you know what? If you have your own deck of cards, or if you have like knowledge in astrology or something, you might want to pull those out and take a look at those. If not, you may want to get some guidance from a spiritual practitioner. I do not offer personal readings, okay? So do not get scammed if somebody messages you, but there are many great spiritual practitioners available all over the world. And it won't be 100% the answer, but it will help you along your way, you know, if you go to a spiritual practitioner, and maybe it will, you know, maybe it will. But yeah, anyway, I feel like there's a choice here, and you might want to lean in on your spiritual gifts, your spiritual interests at this time. I don't say that always in my readings, but for you, I definitely think that this is keen guidance for you, okay? Now, the Knight of Wands may suggest that you are ready to move somewhere. And, you know, I get a sense here that you are making exciting shifts in life. You know, with the Page of Wands, with the Knight of Wands, you're ready. The thing is, the door is not being closed yet. Okay, you want the door to be completely shut, but it's not there yet. And the Emperor is, I'm getting, you know, the Emperor is a sign of authority. Okay, but I'm getting a sense here that you're wanting to kind of handle this with maturity. You're wanting to handle this like this idea of like the door shutting, right? You want the door to shut, but it's not shut. Like this needs to be handled in a calm, authoritative way, right? Is what the cards are saying, right? Okay, let's see what else we have here, because I think it's frustrating, you know, I think it's frustrating for you. You have the Death card, you have the Magician, and you also have the Four of Wands. Death card, Magician, Four of Wands. Okay. Right. So the death card here is a major transformation in life, um, and it's a major change. Love this for you, especially as it's around a separation here. The reason I like that for you, I know it sounds a little bizarre, but like the reason I like that for you is because some of you are so ready for this old relationship or this old job where separation is required. You're ready for that to finally happen. And the death card is definitely a card that would come into somebody's life and predict that that is on its way, you know? So I definitely think that you will have some sort of happy results here for yourself in the future. You'll get some sort of happy new beginning here. You have the Magician, which is manifestation. I am really, really not surprised to see that as I went on and on and on about how you have this vision in your mind where you can see yourself, you can see a future version of yourself doing something. And I know you can. Like if this is a reading, I know you can already see that in your mind. And in a way, you are manifesting this, okay, by doing this. You know, I can tell you personally for myself, like I have seen myself in the future like many times. And almost always, it ends up happening. You know, it ends up happening. Um, I get a sense that you are, and that's like a kind of sort of a form of manifestation. And I kind of like, as you have the Magician here, I think that this is happening for you. So if you see yourself like in a new place in terms of your living space, or if you see yourself in a new job, or you see yourself leaving your job, like whatever it is that you see yourself doing, this is showing up in the tarot reading as an important part of this period of time. Okay? The Four of Wands is about marriage as well. There is some resistance there. Again, like there are some changes it feels like there's something you have to fight for there. You have the Temperance card, you have the Eight of Wands, and you have the Hermit. Temperance card, Eight of Wands, and the Hermit. The Temperance card is, this is about, wow, this is pretty incredible. It can be about alchemy. The Temperance card is like the biggest card of alchemy in the tarot, and you have it here with the Star. Both of these cards are healing cards, tranquil cards, like tranquility cards, cards that may come after you've gone through something difficult, such as the Death card, 13 into 14. Like you have alchemy at play. You have manifestation at play here. Whatever it is that you have been seeing in your mind, the cards are suggesting in the future here with the Eight of Wands, breakthrough, this wants to come forward for you. Really, really. And the Hermit here is actually searching for the Star, as you see the Star card in the Lantern, and you have it. This last column is one of the coolest columns I have seen in my readings in a long time. Really, really it is. Like, this is so interesting, the way that these cards are all syncing together. The two Wish cards here, the Temperance card, the Hermit, finding the Star, you have the Star. Like, yeah. So I'm going to actually take a look at the Kipper cards now, because I'm going to leave the column there. But whatever you see in your mind, it's coming. You have the Five of Cups, which is honestly disappointment, sadness, but also the realization that there are better opportunities behind you. Okay, actually. And you just need to turn around in life sometimes, you know. So let's go ahead and let's take a look at the Kipper cards here. And let's see. All right. You have toil and labor. You have thoughts, main female, poverty, despair, and main male. All right, so here's the counterpart. I think, okay, if you're here for relationship stuff, like, it just seems like there is a battle over resources right now, okay? And you just want the door to be closed. Okay, as I see poverty, despair, main male, main female, like, man, you really just want the door to be closed, you know? And yeah, it does feel like somebody's losing something, okay? I don't know if that's you or the other person, something they've worked hard for with toil and labor, poverty, despair, and the counterpart. But I do think that this has been pretty heavy on your mind here with thoughts. This situation could turn around pretty quickly. Everybody's been getting this sudden wealth card, okay? Like, just realize that there's like a slot machine on it. And so the way that I look at the sudden wealth card is that it generally means luck in life, okay? And high honor. Yeah, I do think that there is some previous action that wants to pay off for you. Here, high honor means that you're like really well respected in a certain area of life, mostly career. You know, you're decorated in your career. And yeah, you could have put yourself in a position to get lucky in that area. On the bottom, you do have message as well. So I do see communication for you through this card as well as the Page of Wands. All right, Capricorn, I'm going to leave you right there. Thank you so much for being here. If you enjoyed this, hit the like button, subscribe, and I'll most certainly be talking to you again soon.